So MLB The Show 19 is adding 2 brand new game modes to the game this year. One of them is called Moments. Everything we need to know about Moments was covered last week. I made a couple different videos on it if you guys want to go check those out. But today is March 4th, and today we got a brand new GameStop Monday, and this one is covering the other brand new game mode, which is called March to October. March to October is an interesting game mode. It is a single player mode with a little bit of online incentive as well, and it's basically a way for you to experience a team's season and experience the high points and the low points without having to go through the entire full franchise setup. So we're going to go ahead and talk about this GameStop Monday. Guys, if you're excited for MLB The Show 19 and you want to keep up with all the news and information as it comes out, make sure to subscribe to this channel because I am covering everything. If you want to know everything about this game, this is the place to be. So don't miss out. Make sure you subscribe. So the link to this GameStop Monday video will be in the description of this video, but I'm going to go ahead and play the first part, and then we're going to go ahead and talk about what we see.
Our new game mode, March to October, allows you to experience all the excitement of your favorite team's season in less time by having you play only the season's key games and moments. Your performance in these key games will really count, as their outcomes will impact a team momentum factor that in turn influences how your team performs in the simulated games that happen in between the ones that you play. To start your March to October, you choose a franchise. The teams are divided into 4 expectation tiers: favorites, contenders, underdogs, and long shots. Next, you select a difficulty level. The difficulty you select will determine what reward package you will earn if you can take your club to a World Series championship. There are over 100 unique team-themed rewards available, and the harder the difficulty you select, the bigger the spoils. Having selected a team and difficulty level, you will be shown a brief video that summarizes your team's recent history, as well as their outlook heading into the 2019 season.
Okay, so off of this section of the video, it's a pretty basic concept for a game mode. You choose a team, you play through the high points and the low points of that team's season, and the overall goal is, of course, to win the World Series. And so the teams are going to be separated into 4 different categories. You've got the favorites, which are the guys who are expected to win the World Series, the guys who are expected to be at the top. You got the contenders, the guys who can make some noise that, may not be World Series favorites, but they are, kind of in the conversation. Then you've got the underdogs, not really teams that a lot of people expect to, go that far, but could make like a wild card push or a late push towards the division at the end of the year maybe. And then you've got the long shots, the teams that nobody really expect to, make any sort of noise during the season. So when you're selecting a team, you also select the difficulty as well. If you look on the right side of the screen, right now they're on rookie, and the reward for winning the World Series is just this icon of a gift package. It doesn't have any sort of indication on what this reward will be, but it does say online connection required to redeem award. So this reward will have to be something online based, otherwise why do I need to be connected online to get this reward? It's got to be something online based. But then as they bump up the difficulty, you get even more rewards. If you win on Hall of Fame, you get even more. So the higher the difficulty, the better the rewards will be. And they said in this video they have over 100 different team specific rewards, so there's going to be a lot of different things you can get from this mode that should help in online. Once again, they didn't give us an indication on what these rewards would actually be. We don't know if it's players, we don't know if it's something else that they haven't revealed yet. All we know is that if you need an online connection to redeem these rewards, it's probably going to have some impact on online play or possibly even Diamond Dynasty. Don't know yet, it'll probably be talked about more in the Thursday live stream. Okay, so that's kind of an overview of the mode. Now let's go ahead and jump into the next part of the video.
Now the action begins, starting in the mid to late innings of your opening day matchup. After playing the game to its end, you will be shown how the outcome has impacted your team's momentum. And as you watch while the calendar advances to the day of your next key game, you'll notice that the outcomes of the simulated games are influenced by the positive or negative momentum that you had earned previously. Through the repetition of this basic game flow, you'll be delivered from episode to episode with maximum action and intrigue and minimal menu interfacing. In most episodes, you'll play as the whole team, but in select episodes, you'll be player-locked as one specific team member, or asked to execute a key emergent duty of a general manager.
So I think one big thing to take away from this part of the video is the point where he said this game mode is meant to bring you maximum action and intrigue with minimal menu interfacing. I think that's a great thing. I mean, at the end of the day, I want to play the game. I want to experience what this team is doing throughout the season. I don't want to have to sit there in menus and try to build my team in a certain way and having to wait on certain things. Like, I don't know, I've never really been that big on franchise because of reasons like that. So for me, for a player like me, this is a pretty intriguing game mode. One thing I think is cool about this game mode is the momentum feature. Let's say I win 3 games in a row, so I have a little bit of some good momentum going. My performance in the games that I played, the actual gameplay that I put in, that is going to have an impact on the simulated games that I'm not playing. Because remember, you're just playing the highlights. You're not playing a full 162 game season. You're going through a full 162 game season, but you're not playing all 162 games. And sometimes you're even going to be player locked, which is pretty cool. So you're really just playing the highlights of the season. But if I step up and I'm not doing good, if I'm, not hitting the ball well, or I'm allowing too many runs, that's going to cause my momentum to go down, and that's going to affect the simulated games after the fact. So if you're playing as a team like the Marlins, who is obviously a, long shot to win the World Series, and then you're playing on a higher difficulty like Hall of Fame, you're going to have to be a really, really good player in order to get good at this game mode. Because you're already playing on a higher difficulty, you're playing with a team that's not expected to do much, so if you lose consistently, that's going to affect your momentum, and it's going to make it harder for you to win those simulated games as you're not actually playing. So this game mode definitely is going to require some patience. It's going to require some really strong skill as far as gameplay, and that's if you're trying to go for some of these higher rewards like the Hall of Fame or Legend rewards that could possibly be there. Also, you're even going to get to do some general manager decisions. It had a trade screen, and you're able to step in and say, do you want to complete this trade or do you want to ignore this trade? So you still have a little bit of control as far as like the front office and what exactly is going on. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to go through and find players you want to trade for, if there's anything like that, but if a trade is offered to you, then you can choose to take it or deny it. So there's still a little bit of front office control. There's still a little bit of a GM factor there, so that is also nice. I'm happy that they have that too. So I really like that. I think that's going to be pretty cool. I hope the rewards are going to be really nice as well, but we'll wait and find out what those are later on down the line. But anyway, let's move on to the next part of the video.
As you advance through the season, unique narrative commentary will progressively and dynamically unfold the essential story of your chosen club's campaign. And this content varies based not only on how your season's going, but also on how your team's performance compares to what was expected of them entering the season. This fast-paced mode is all about getting your team to the postseason and beyond. March any MLB squad from opening day through October in just a few sittings. Can you elevate your performance to meet the increasingly big moments that emerge down the stretch? Your poise under pressure will determine the fate of your chosen team's season. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to join us again next week for another GameStop Monday. Don't forget to pre-order MLB The Show 19 before we launch on March 26th.
So this mode is also going to have a very unique presentation set. As you guys saw, I believe that was Heidi Watney standing there behind the dugout. For the past couple years, we've had a new member join the booth every single year. I think last year was Mark DeRosa. The year before that, I want to say was Harold Reynolds and I think Dan Plesac. I don't really remember. But this time around, it looks like we're getting more of an on-the-field type person with Heidi Watney, and I don't think a lot of baseball fans are going to complain about having Heidi Watney in MLB The Show. But as far as the overall presentation package, it looks like it's going to be very unique towards what your team is doing and what your team was actually expected to do. So if you're playing as a team like the Yankees, a team that's a favorite to win the World Series, and you're not doing too well, you're playing under expectations, the commentary is going to reflect that. They're going to talk about how you're not playing as good. They're going to talk about what might be going wrong. So it helps you immerse yourself in the mode more when the commentary and the presentation is more in-depth and has a more accurate reflection of what's actually going on instead of the basic vanilla things that they would say normally. So I think that's a pretty cool addition. So once again, March to October is just a way to experience a team's season, to experience the high points, the low points, all the way from the end of March to the end of October. You get to play the key moments, you get to do the key general manager decisions, you get to play as individual players, and ultimately you just get to experience a single season with the team and hopefully lead them to the World Series. If you guys are excited for this game mode, let me know down in the comments what you like about it. If you're confused confused on stuff, let me know down there too. I hope that when we finally find out what the rewards are, that they're going to be worth our time if we're Diamond Dynasty players as well, because I think that'd be a great way to mix up the single player and Diamond Dynasty content if it's a different game mode that could have an effect on the other. But we'll just have to wait and see. So guys, let me know in the comments what you think. If you like the video, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button. And like I said, guys, subscribe to the channel if you're new, because you're not going to want to miss anything involving MLB The Show 19. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you have a good rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.